This is the 9 that Mo's hitting the drives on. We had a look at the first 9 and we could see that definitely inside pitching wedge range, there are a lot of shots to shave, 100%. But what we noticed on that first 9 was that P had a bit of a misdirected tee shot on a lot of holes. That really cost him a lot of shots. And we can go through that video again and you can actually look at how many shots he did lose. But in the end, Mo did save 10 shots within pitching wedge range. Like it or not, that's the reality. But the reality is we have to be more honest. We have to be really honest with ourselves. And I can't say that P's problem on the first 9 was short game. No ways. So let's take a look at the second 9 and see what happens when Mo hits the tee shots. We're going to hit from there. So this 9 will be P. Well, he's going to hit a ball here, but he's going to be finishing the hole with our resident pro Mo's tee shot. Look at that smile. That's the smile of a champion. 2022 winner this year for sure. We know it's coming. Is it bad? Oh. Stop! Stop! Okay.
Wow.
Sensual. Bye.
Huh?
Bye-bye.
Over. Kilana. Wow.
Nice shot, Mochi.
Bye.
That's going to be good, Peachy. Good shot, baby. I think it's in. Shot. Beautiful shot, baby. Come on, hit it, baby. Hit it, Will. Oh, great shot.
In the hole. Oh.
Okay, so the his rangefinder can't pick up the distance in front and back. Here we have the H4 telling us 265 to the front, 293 to the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 283 to the middle. And
Okay.
perfect in the fairway. P's going to have a great shot in.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious. Little long, little long. KP still about 50 yards away. He's got that 52 in hand. That's his favorite club inside 100. You definitely want to create an artillery, an arsenal of shots inside a handy. If one club works for you, that's great. Keep going, keep going. Slowly start adding shots. This one's going to be quite long. Not too bad, not too bad. On the green, G-I-O-T-G, G-I-O-T-G, get it on the green. Mo's gone a little long there right at the caddy. I pitched it about here, and it has spun back to about here. We're loving life. Beautiful. Despite P having a picture-perfect drive again, he only had 82 yards into the green and he used a 52 degree. It doesn't actually matter where you're good, where you're bad, as long as you can adapt your playing strategy. So whatever P hits from the tee, to leave him whatever distance into the hole on his second shot, it doesn't actually matter, as long as he's confident and can play the shot. Is the 82-yard shot generally going to be his favorite shot? Is it a 100-yard shot? Is it a 60-yard shot? What is it that he wants? Because he had a picture-perfect drive, he had an 82-yard shot, and you can see I make the bird ski, Mo makes the one-putt par, and P taps it in for the bogue ski. We were all three in the same position, and you can see very different scores. Whatever your strategy is, whatever your capabilities are, you have to match them up with one another. You have to accept that if you hit a shorter tee shot, you've got a longer approach. So you're going to have to work on those things to match up your game at the driving range, at the chipping green, wherever it is that you need to touch up. So if you're going to hit great drives, you have to understand what your general approach shots are going to be. If you're going to hit shorter drives, you're going to need to know you need to work on your fairway woods, your longer irons, your mid irons. And the irony comes that if you hit it longer, you're going to have shorter approaches to the green, which means you're going to not only have to be good from the tee, you're also going to have to be good inside wedge range. There we go. So it's always driver, it's always inside wedge range. These are the two most important parts of the game. I'm never going to dispute that. But a lot of people get caught up in the argument about distance, about getting it longer, always being better. Whereas, as long as you're in play, you've got a second shot, you're not OB, you're not in the water, and you're feeling stress-free from the tee, this is going to set you up for a great hole. As long as you have a matching strategy to get the ball in the cup thereafter, without hero shots, without illusion. Knowing what you're good at, doubling down on it, and working on what you're not good at. There will be holes in your game. You'll have to identify them to be able to match up your tee game to your approach game to your wedge game. And my participation in this experiment really also shows me that regardless of your handicap, a good tee ball is required. A good tee ball gets you in play. A good tee ball sets you up for the hole. You're not going to be putting for the 8. You're not going to be putting for the 7 if you're not going OB or in the water. Just heading into disadvantageous positions for yourself. It's all a strategy that all links to each other. I like to see it as the drive are the testes. The short game is the brain. The approach game is the heart. Protect the testes and protect the brain at all costs, at all times. The heart will always pump blood to both parts of the body. That's how I see the game. Focus on the two most important as a man, the big brain, the little brain, and in between we'll have the heart that will take care of itself. But the most important is definitely down below and up above. Beautiful, Mo. Beautiful, bad boy. Over? Stop. Okay, chip in, baby. Kepler is Mo's gone just over the back here. Maybe you can see it somewhere over there. And P left it a bit short left. It's got a pretty decent chip. I mean, he just mustn't go past the pin because it goes downhill. Big time. But he seems pretty good with the chipping. I'm quite confident he can get this on the front. Beautiful shot. That's a fantastic, Fantastic shot. See, it's all downhill, downgrade. Now he's left himself an uphill putt to save the hole. And that's how you want to do it. You leave it short, you go to downhill slider left to righter. So now he's giving himself a perfect opportunity. Hey. That is the best up and down of the day. There we are.
Don't want to hit driver every hole.
Mo does want to hit the driver every hole, players. He does. But I banned him because we're just trying to play some realistic golf here. No one's going to add a 325-yard drive to their arsenal.
Driver is realistic.
We've got the 3-iron out here.
My 2-iron is so bad. Okay.
Well, it's in play. Beautiful shot.
I feel 173.
What you going to hit?
8.
8-iron.
Probably like 167. Like a full 8.
Good shot. Oh, P, that's beautiful, baby. Oh, what a shot.
Thank you.
Good right.
Wow. Oh, so good. The best, huh? Oh, big 9.
That's the 9 of the day, baby. Oh, that's not my caddy. Who's that? That's Mo's caddy. What the hell? Stay there, baby. Yeah, good. We can see a 6-shot difference between Mo and P. That's not as big as the 10-shot difference that we noticed on the first 9. The first 9 was really accredited to some bad tee shots, some poor positioning off the tee, and the next 9 means that P had just taken that course management perspective out of it by having someone else navigate the tee shot for him. What this proves to me is that the tee shot is of extreme importance, especially as your handicap gets lower. When you're a higher handicap, we saw the videos with Mo at North Park. You can see the previous videos from a few years ago where we did the exact same experiment with the exact same people, and you'll notice the difference. P is now a 16 handicapper. You can see the difference in his skill level on his approaches, chipping and putting when Mo helps him off the tee. If he can get that tee ball, if I personally can get that tee ball in the right position more often, less out of position, allowing an easier next shot, just getting it in play to a advantageous position alone, not worrying about distance, doing what you can, just not hitting the stupid shot. Hitting the shot that's going to give you an advantage for the next shot. That's going to reduce the scores big time. Take into account a few extra shots here and there around the green, and you've got P playing to basically he'll be a scratch to a 6 handicap golfer, keeping these things in mind. Where can we go from here though, players? Where we can go from here is that work on that tee ball. Get that tee ball in play. From there, the approach game, you go through the shot checklist. I've made the shot selection checklist. Check it out. From there, you're trying to get your way to advantageous positions to be able to shoot a lower score all the time. Where you're going to chip best from, where you're going to hit your approach best from, What's the best tee shot you're going to hit? It's all interlinked. I do not believe we can just segment everybody's game and say short game's going to benefit, long game's going to benefit, whatever. It's all connected. Now, whether you have a great long ball or a shorter long ball, you need to adapt the approach strategy. You need to adapt your mindset to, okay, I'm never going to compete with guys on distance. So what I'll do is I'll get up and down a lot. I'll work on my fairway woods. I'll work on my hybrids, like Didi. That way I can compete with other guys hitting it much longer than me. On their bad days, the long hitters are going to have really bad days if they're not keeping that short game sharp. On your great days, your good days as a shorter hitter with a great short game and a reliable fairway wood and hybrid, you're going to be shooting great scores. On your bad day, your ceiling is going to be really, really low in comparison to your handicap. It's all interlinked. What I would suggest for P is to just get that ball in play. If he gets that ball in play, if he's not hitting it in the water, if he's just getting it to a place that he can hit an easy second shot in, this guy's handicap is going to go from 16 down to a 7. He's got the talent, he's got the skill. The first 9 was a blow up. A first 9 can happen. He had nerves on the camera, but it was representative of a lot of golfers. It can happen to anyone. Anyone over the handicap of 16 can happen to, because at the handicap of 16, your average score is probably about 92, 93. Any day it can blow up. If you can keep that tee game in play and you can keep that short game sharp to always scramble, you're going to have a great day every day. 60% of the time, every time.